Hey class, welcome to week 4 of COMM 200. I hope you guys had a nice little break given all that snow in Chicago. It definitely was needed, especially with not being able to drive anywhere in those kind of conditions. I thought it would just be best to just kind of push everything back. So what I want to do first is I want to go over our syllabus so I could show you the changes I made so you are well aware of them. If we scroll down here, you're going to see I really pretty much just pushed everything from week 3, which is now a snow week. I pushed it down 1 week. So during week 7 we had a group project week. I just went ahead and I took that out. I moved everything down here. We still do have your group project week for week 12. I kept up there. So that way you're just familiar with what we're doing. And I also changed to review our group project during week 5. And then we can go from there. And of course your quiz, which will be online on Sakai, will be during week 5 as well. But during this week we're just going to look into topic 2 and topic 3. You don't have anything that you need to complete or upload or take or send me by. It's just a straight lecture for today. So let's go ahead and go to our lesson. So you can see week 4 we have 2 topics for this week. Since since topic 1 was social media, I like to further elaborate on how organizations use social media. So we're going to take a look into topic 2, social media marketing, and topic 3, branding. Now you did read an article in week 1 based on branding in the age of social media, which just focused on that. But with this week, I want to talk a little bit more and go into branding in depth. Since this new media that we have now of social media and how it is being used among organizations to reach consumers, it's important that you have a good understanding of what social media marketing is. So since we went over social media last week, now I want to go into a little bit more detail, take a look at topic 2 and how social media marketing works, give you a brief background of social media marketing, and then of course topic 3, branding. So that way you have a good idea of what branding is. So first, what you need to do, the items to complete this week. Read over the social media PowerPoint, which is topic 2. You're going to see the PowerPoint right down here. Read the article, Why is Branding Important to an Organization? The 4 Benefits of Organizational Branding, which is this article here. Watch our video lecture, and then I left this reminder up here for you on how to post in a discussion forum. That way, moving forward in the following weeks, if you ever need to revert back on how to post, you can watch this video. Finally, I also went ahead and I added our syllabus here as well too. You can see our updated syllabus has the word updated with the date. That way, if I end up updating it again in 4 or 5 weeks, it will have the new date. But this is our syllabus from now. I went over the changes with you earlier in this video, so you should have a good understanding. So first, what I want to do is I want to discuss topic 2, which is social media marketing. So we're going to be looking at a chapter from a book called Social Media Marketing by Barker and Barker, and it's we're going to look at one of the chapters, which chapter 1 discusses the role of social media marketing. Again, you don't need to have the textbook for the class. We're just going to go ahead and use this PowerPoint to discuss a few of the items of social media marketing and how it works. So this chapter outline is going to focus on a few different points. What is SMM, which is social media marketing, some myths about it, the history, why it's different, careers in it, and what are the characteristics of a social media marketer, and finally the best practice for social media marketing. So first, let's take a look at what exactly is social media marketing. So it refers to the process of gaining website traffic or attention through social media sites. Now this is important because with the expanding of social media in today's day and age of technology, it's only becoming bigger on a yearly basis. So organizations are now looking into social media and how they can market to help benefit their organization. Whether it's creating buzz, videos, tweets, or blog entries that could become viral, there's also ways where you can enable fans of a brand to promote a message themselves. Based around online conversation. So maybe if you're getting people to have a conversation about your product, this is considered social media marketing. And then it's part of a larger media ecosystem of owned, paid, and earned media. So for those of you who don't know what owned, paid, and earned media is, so let's take a look at let's take a look at the company Dollar Shave Club. So Dollar Shave Club, their website, which I'm sure is dollarshaveclub.com, this is owned media. This is media that they own. They don't pay to market, but they actually own it. Paid media is when they're putting money into an advertisement to promote something. So you may have seen it on some parts where if you log into Facebook or Instagram and you're scrolling through the news feed and you'll see someone post something and underneath their name it says sponsored, that means they have paid to be there, and that is earned paid media. Then you have earned media, which is also something where you earn, maybe word of mouth or something that goes viral organically. Maybe there's a video that's posted, everybody shares it, you're not paying to share it, it's not yours where you own it, so this is called earned media. So let's take a look at, this is figure 1.1 in the book. I'm going to go ahead and talk about it a little bit more in detail, but this is Dave Carroll with his guitar. For those of you who don't know who Dave Carroll is, he's a really important figure to show how the effects of social media can really hurt an organization by just posting a few things. So what happened, Dave was traveling on United Airlines and his guitar was ruined during the process of traveling, which was United's fault. Well, Dave reached out to them and he asked United Airlines, hey, can you please fix my guitar? You guys are responsible for the damage to it. They said that they're not going to fix it and they decided not to pay him. I believe it was $2,600. So what Dave did was he went and he made a video, used about a few $100s to create this video, kind of like a commercial in a sense, talking about United and what they did and how they're not paying for his guitar that they ruined. Well, this video ended up going viral, and it went so viral that United reached out to Dave Carroll and said, hey, you know what, we'd be willing to fix your guitar and we'll even give you some flight vouchers as well. Well, Dave ended up turning it down because he just thought they had their chance the first time. But this goes to show you how important social media marketing is in today's day and age of new media. New media is all around us, and it's important to make sure that we have a good understanding of how social media marketing works and how it's implemented. So again, let's take a look at the differences between paid media, owned media, and earned media. So again, paid media, it's traditional advertising, print, television, radio, direct mail, even paid search, or promoting something on Facebook, paying money. Owned media is like the corporate website, the brand community, maybe the Facebook fan page. And then earned media are things such as, like word of mouth, Facebook comments, Twitter mentions, Vine, blogs, forums, and review sites. So let's take a look at the 7 myths of social media. So since social media is growing and it's one of those new medias that's just really, no one knows where it's going or what it's going to do, there's some myths that have been established. So social media is just a fad is the first myth. It's definitely not a fad. It's something that has been growing end over end substantially over the last decade, and it's only showing signs of continuing to grow at a more rapid pace. Social media is just for the young. Well, that's not true. Older people use social media. A lot of times people tend to think, oh, social media, it's a newer technology. Older people don't use it. Well, that is not true. Older people do use social media. There's no return on social media marketing when in actuality there is when you are promoting a product. Social media isn't right for this business. Social media marketing is new. Social media is too time consuming, and social media is free. These are all myths that people take into account that you need to really back away from. So let's take a look at figure 1.3. You can see the number of active users of global social media platforms. This is from August 2015. Facebook is the highest social media site being used. QQ, this is a social media site that is based in China. And then you have all of these other ones here. But Instagram has actually grown quite a bit over the last 3 years, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's somewhere up in this area now. Figure 1.4 of this textbook in this chapter shows the social media platforms used by business to consumer and business to business marketers. For those of you who don't know the difference, so B2C stands for business to consumer. This is when a business is selling a product directly to the consumer, whereas B2B is business to business. This is where a business is selling a product to another business that then tends to sell it to a consumer. For example, maybe the cases for your cell phone. What's the mall kiosks that you see, that's B2C. The business is selling it straight to the consumer. But when you go into an AT&T store or a Verizon store and you see all the phone cases on the wall, well, they purchased those from another business. So those businesses sold to that business, which is B2B. And then once those phone cases are sold to the consumer from AT&T to the consumer, that's B2C. So you can see that the majority of business to consumer marketing on social media is done through Facebook and Twitter. That's 3/4 of the entire chart, 75%. Whereas if you look here, you can see LinkedIn has the majority of where B2B marketers are. And if you guys don't have a LinkedIn profile, please make sure to create one and start building on it. As college students, I feel it's very important for you guys to have a good understanding. Oh, they changed everything. It's important that you have, whoops, that's not their website. It's important you have a good understanding of how LinkedIn works, what are the best things that you can use with LinkedIn, and you really start building your profile. So if you would like, you can feel free to connect with me. You can just search for my name and you'll find me here. But what's great about LinkedIn is you can put your experience you have. People can you can put your not just your experience but your education, what kind of license and certifications you have, and also your skills and endorsements. So you can see here I have 72 people who have endorsed me for marketing, 63 for leadership, and 39 for social media. So if I'm applying for a social media marketing job, people are going to look at my LinkedIn profile and they're going to say, okay, this person has a good understanding of social media marketing. We can see he's been endorsed by other people. And what's great about LinkedIn, you can also search for jobs as well too, which is a great tool to use. So I'd highly recommend creating a LinkedIn profile so that you guys have, and you can build on it as you're moving forward. And then here in figure 1.5, you can see the ages of social media being used by the different age groups. As we in 2006, you can see that there's a big gap difference between people under 30 and then 30 and over. Whereas now, well, this is up to 2013, you can see there really isn't a big of a gap difference. You can see that people age 65 and over are using social media just as much as when it first came out as the 18 to 29-year-olds were using. So pretty interesting there. And here you can see marketers who agree or strongly agree that social media marketing has helped them. So within the last 12 months, you could see that marketers strongly agree that social media marketing has helped them. Within 1 to 2 years, it was about 10%, and more than 5 years, you can see that 28% strongly agree that social media marketing has helped them, and they also 42% agree. So people who have been using it for more than 5 years have a big understanding how social media marketing works and how it has helped them. And then, of course, the benefits of social media marketing. We won't go into too much detail, but you can see the different benefits. Increased exposure being number one, and increased traffic being right behind it, number two. The history of social media marketing. It has now reached critical mass, and 73%, of the adults use have a profile on some kind of social network. Here we have just kind of the evolution of social network to give you kind of a good understanding of where it started. You did have MySpace that started a little bit before here. Or actually, I'm sorry, it should be right. Well, they don't have it on here, but in this area here, and then you can see how Facebook began, grew, and now where we are at. And this is the different breakdown with the social media timeline, and give you a good understanding of how big each site is. So why is social media marketing different? So there's several aspects that distinguish social media marketing from traditional marketing. You have control versus contributions, and you have trust building, and also social media marketing is a unique combination of marketing, creativity, and also technology in its own. And a perfect example of this is a Domino's TV pizza commercial where they have Richard Sherman tweeting of ordering a Domino's pizza. So now Domino's Pizza has it where you can actually tweet directly to them to order a pizza, and they use the big professional athlete that everybody knows to build that credibility that, hey, this is a good thing, let's go ahead and move forward with it. So you can see how social media marketing is different and why it plays such an important role in the new media. You also have careers in social media marketing. In 2003 there was virtually nothing to now there's so much. Like let's go ahead and go back to LinkedIn. I'm going to go ahead and job search for social media marketing, and let's just see what comes up. You would be surprised at all the stuff that comes up. So social media marketing. So you could see all these different jobs. You have digital marketing specialists, digital and social media global manufacturing business, marketing specialist, director of marketing and data science. So many things come up with social media. You know, director of social media marketing. There's so many jobs out there that it has come a very long way to where it first started. And many positions are available, so take a look, see if it's something that interests you, and hey, why not apply? Even if it's an internship, see if you like it. So, what are the characteristics of a successful social media marketer? It's having good communication skill, able to engage with a diverse group of people, being a good listener, listening to what customers are saying about a product or service, working knowledge of computers and the internet. Make sure you have a good understanding of how to use, Google AdWords, search engine optimization, search engine marketing. And, these are things that are really going to help you move forward. And some tips, stay on top of social media trends. They are constantly changing on a weekly to monthly basis. So it's always important to see, what has changed. Maybe not so much weekly basis, but in a monthly to a yearly basis, social media marketing is changing. So it's really good to learn how with the different things that are changing in the trends. Make sure you're able to think and act quickly, be comfortable with your analytics. Learn to write for social media. It's a different type of writing on how you communicate with others. And your best practices, begin with a strategy backed by a social media marketing plan. So, this class we're looking at new media, the different type of media that we have that's new in our at our fingertips. And one of them is definitely social media marketing. So, take a look into it, see what you like about it. If it's something that interests you, maybe apply for an internship. See work and see if it's something that you like. There's so much that is out there, but that's kind of a good background of social media marketing, how it works, what to expect of it, without going into too much detail. Next, I'd like you guys to read Why is Branding Important to an Organization? And this talks about 4 benefits of organizational branding. So when you click on a link, it should open in a new tab. Just go ahead and scroll down. Read this article. You're going to see it's going to talk about branding. Here it says branding is important because customers are savvy. Well, why? Read into this a little more. Branding will separate you from your competition. Branding is a science, and of course, branding enhancement with defined criteria. And then it talks a little bit more into detail. So, read this article, have a good understanding of branding. Before I do end this lecture, I do want to go over our syllabus one time so you could see our first quiz next week during week 5. Quiz 1, it's going to be on topics 1 through 3. So everything that we've talked about from topic 1 being social media, topic 2 being social media marketing, topic 3 being branding. Your quiz questions will be pulled out of the content that I provided for you. And I will go over that next week as well too into more detail, but just to kind of give you guys a better understanding. So I wish you guys all the best of luck this week, and I'll see you all next week. Take care. Oh, and one more thing, if you do ever need anything, please do not hesitate to contact me. All my contact information is listed in the syllabus. It is my cell phone. You could text me, call me, or if it's something that's not an emergency, feel free to email me and I'll get back to you. Hopefully, that within 24 hours or within the week. Thanks, guys.